Hi everybody, it's Alexia from A Mystic's Path, and I am back with another full moon video for you guys. And today is another full moon in Libra. It is our second one of this year. We actually had a full moon in Libra last month as well. And this full moon in Libra is really focusing around balance and release and healing. And this balance, this release, and this healing that you're doing over the next 2 weeks before the new moon approaches is really working to align you with your soul path and your soul purpose on this earth. The reason why you had made the contract to come here. And it is really going to give you a flair for life and more driven towards that path, and to really let your passions and the energy that kind of brews inside of you, that gives you that determination and that willpower to really build up towards that. I see a lot of things unfolding for us towards what we're trying to do, but we really need to connect to ourselves on a soul level and really align with spirit and the universe, and really to do the work to get to where we need to be, so we don't miss this unfolding, this next step to where you need to be to get to where you want to go. Okay, and what I'm seeing is what is the major lesson that you are supposed to be learning right now? And we get the Six of Cups and Centero of Centera, and this is really telling me that there is a big energy and lesson around greed and hoarding, that you feel like, oh, I need this, this, and this, and I need to keep this over here because if I run out then I won't have any, so there's not really any to share. Almost this energy of lack, so you feel like you're pulling all of these things in and you're really hoarding them, when in all actuality we need to be nurturing them. Okay, and nurturing the things that we have, so there's room for give and take, so everybody can have some. There's plenty to go around, okay? And that is the major lesson that is needing to be learned right now. And what does my mind need for healing and balance? Okay, we get the Queen of Coins and Master of the Head. And this is really saying that there's a really big focus on the material aspects, your money, your finances, the physical things you can hold in your hand, the things that aesthetically please you. And there's a really big focus on that, when instead at this time, which there's a time and a place for everything, at this time you need to be focusing on what spirit is trying to tell you, and focus on aligning and connecting with your guides in spirit, so they can tell you and guide you into what you're supposed to be doing. In this realm, in this reality, we focus a lot on having the nicest house, or having the nicest car, or having a lot of money, when really that is there, and that is, we are supposed to partake and enjoy that, but there is also a spiritual side that needs to be connected to, so we can see the give and take, and when the place is right for that. And right now we really need to be focusing on listening to spirit and connecting and letting them guide us, so we can get to where we inevitably want to go, to get the house that we want, to get the car that we want, to have the things that we want, to have the money that the amount of money, the wealth that we want. Okay, now what does my body need for healing and balancing? And we get the Death card and also Gros Banage. And this is saying that you are holding on to things, and that need to be released, and they're starting to take up physical residence in your body, whether that is in form of a headache, or you're so stressed that your chest is tight, or your knees are aching, and it's taking up physical resonance in your body. And to realize that there is a reason for the things that have happened, that you need to go ahead and release them, because everything is connected. They are meant to teach you a lesson, not to take permanent residence in your body. This is how we get sicknesses, and we get aches and pains and all of these other things. And we have heart issues and high blood pressure because we are letting these things that have happened that were supposed to teach us lessons give us anxiety and put in this trauma center of our brains to keep repeating, and then we always have that fear. Now it's causing issues in our day-to-day lives physically for us. These are physical burdens that we now have to hurdle over. And to just realize that everything is connected, and that their lessons are supposed to, they're here to teach us a lesson, not to take permanent residence in our lives. Okay, we need to be able to understand the red flags as they come across, but not have fear that everything in life that happens is going to inevitably go back to that, and things are going to be the same, and we're creating this cycle. Because if that's what happens, if that's what you expect, that's what's going to keep happening to you. Okay? Now, what does my soul need healing and balance? And this is, we get the Three of Coins. And also we get Grand Eyeball reversed. And this is really saying that you have been really, really working hard and diligently and trying to progress and trying to progress and trying to progress. You haven't given yourself any room. There's no room that you have given yourself to sit and connect with nature, to sit and connect with spirit, or to sit and even connect with yourself, to realize what it is that is actually going on in your life and how it is affecting you on a soul level. You're not even giving yourself, you're working so hard in this physical realm to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, and you're really putting a block in place instead. Because yes, hard work is very important, but you also have to give yourself some time to connect to yourself, let yourself breathe, take, salt baths, take, whatever it is to refresh yourself and fulfill yourself on a soul level, and not work yourself to death. You can't sacrifice your mental health and your emotional health and your soul for your job or what you're trying to accomplish. You have to have balance, and there has to be a give and take. Yes, I'm going to do this much today, but I'm also going to go ahead and buy myself some ice cream and sit down and watch a show, or I'm about to make myself a cup of tea and really read this book and really do what I need to do for myself to get myself back up to par. Okay? Now, what self-care act am I being called to take? And we get the Priestess, the High Priestess, and Nananboloku. And this is really saying that you need to connect to your higher self. You need to connect intuitively to the universe and find your like-minded people. Find your soul tribe, because when you surround yourself with people that aren't interested in the same things you are, or don't see your point of view, or don't really vibe with your vibe, then we have issues of irritation, and there's a lot more arguments that arise because you're trying to get somebody to see your point of view, they're trying to get somebody to see your point of view. To really connect intuitively and find like-minded people that have the same intention and the same mindset that you do, and really find and form a community around that you place yourself in for peace. People that you would like to go to and be like, oh my God, you're not going to believe what just happened. This awesome thing just happened for me. Or to talk about some information that new information that you just read, that on a project that you and this person really have something in common. They would like, that they would like the information that you just found, and vice versa, and to work like that. And I know that when we look at self-care, we're looking at, we're going to sleep in, or I'm going to take the time to drink my coffee before I get dressed in the morning, or I'm going to do these facial masks and really just turn off my phone and not talk to anybody. And that is all forms of self-care, yes. But also self-care is really connecting with yourself, knowing what it is that you want and what it is that you like, and also taking out things that cause you anxiety and cause negativity and cause toxicity in your life, and surround yourself with people that think like you, and things that you have in common with, no matter what they look like, no matter like what it is. Even if they don't look like the person that you would normally hang out with, that is because the person that you might normally hang out with is really just somebody that is aiding to the triggered parts of yourself. So really finding like-minded people and connecting with yourself and knowing what it is that you want and what it is that you need is really where we need to be for self-care, okay? Now, what ally or aid is available to me at this time? And we get the Six of Cups and Deluge, okay? And this is really saying that to keep a childlike quality and the innocence and the flexibility of children, how children can move and say, oh, we were gonna do this, but now we're doing this over here, because there is dramatic shifts and there is dramatic things changing. A lot of us have seen upheaval in our lives over the past couple months, and especially a lot in 2018. Some of us are experiencing upheaval now. Some of us are experiencing things starting to unfold from the upheaval that we had. But no matter where we're at, and no matter what situation is being struck down and reconfigured in our lives, we need to remember to have the joy of children, because they can find the joy in even the darkest hours, and that's what you really need to focus on, because what you're going through is all a part of the plan. What you're going through is meant to happen to get you to somewhere you couldn't have been if everything was going smoothly. Okay, that house you might have lost or that job you might have lost could really be a blessing for a better place, for a better placement, but you would have never found out if you would have stayed in the same spot doing the same thing. And Spirit decided that they had to intervene to change things, to crash what you thought you needed down in front of your eyes, because you didn't even know this great opportunity or this great house or this great job or this great internship was waiting for you and waiting for you to be able to see it. So to just remember that and have optimism and just think of things really from a child's point of view, and to love like a child, and to really have compassion like a child, and to really have the flexibility of a child as well. And that will aid you through this release, through this healing, because healing is always messy. It's never going to be easy when you're healing, because it's difficult. There are things that have hurt you, things that have wounded you. And to keep that childlike innocence is really, really important. Now, I really hope that this spread has helped you. If you feel that you need one personally for yourselves, please contact me. Email me. I will link my email probably by the title like I usually do. And don't hesitate to ask me any questions. I will be more than happy to elaborate on anything that you need further information on. So everybody have a great day.